Hello everyone and welcome to Biblical Prepping. I'm Judith Garten and this is the Prepper Portions. Today I would like to review another product we picked up on the Aldi Finds aisle at our Aldi. Now this set I grabbed, it is called the Crofton 10-piece food storage set, pictured here. We had gone to Aldi's on our way out of town, believe it or not, to go to visit our grandchildren in Georgia and our daughter and son-in-law. Now, we actually went there looking for lunch. We did grab that. And we also were there looking for this product, the Crofton 30-piece food storage set. However, our Aldi did not have this one in stock. Being in need of storage containers, I decided we would go ahead and purchase one set of these. There's not nearly as many pieces. There's only 10 pieces, which means 5 containers, 5 lids. But the other thing is these are definitely a different construction than these products are in this other box. So also the price was a big difference. This was $14.99 for just the 10 pieces. And as I mentioned in another video, this was around $9 or $10 for the 30-piece set. So I really deeply wanted this one, and also because some of the containers in this one were much more what I was looking for. However, I needed something for things like sourdough and butter and other things, storing cream cheese, whatnot in the refrigerator. So I opted to get this set, this 10-piece set. Now I'm going to set this box aside for a moment. This set here is really neat. It is unique, and I really do enjoy using it. This one is leak proof. If you watched my other video, I had a little bit of an issue with some of the tall containers leaking, especially with the 3-bean salad dressing leaking out the top when I shook it to mix it up. So this one in particular, these are leak proof. Are they leak proof? Most definitely. Let me go over a few things really quick, what we use these for. Cream cheese. Right now, that's what's in here. A little bit left over. This piece of cream cheese has been in this tub for about 2.5 or 3 weeks. Since right after we got back from our trip, it's been sitting in this container, and it is still perfectly fresh. Yeah, if you've ever noticed, sometimes your cream cheese gets like a little bit of a hard, crispy coating, or if you have a block of cheddar, and I just had a really great idea to use this tub for. My gosh, I just never thought of it until now. This will be great to store, like if you have a small block of cheddar or a few blocks of cheddar, mozzarella cheese, or even pepper jack. Sometimes if their edges are exposed to the air in the refrigerator, I think you can get that dry, crispy thing on it. These actually prevent that from happening on the cream cheese and other products I've stored in them. I really do like that. Now, these are airtight and wonderful for storing our butter. This is our weekly portion of butter. Sometimes it lasts us actually 2 weeks. We do eat a lot of bread. So that is our weekly portion. But what I do is I mix up 1 pound of butter with a certain amount of olive oil, and I vary the amount of extra virgin olive oil in my recipe because sometimes in the winter I need to use a little more. In the summer I need to use a little less of the olive oil so that this is a more spreadable consistency. This tub here, the medium tub, is perfect for holding an entire 1 pound tub of, actually it works out to be almost 2 pounds, of butter, olive oil, spreadable mix. I love it. And then I just slice off the pieces we need, put them in our weekly tub. So that is great. But I was going to tell you about leak proof. Wait till you hear this one. I have never had a container hold fresh diced watermelon that will not leak. Watermelon juice seems to find a way to spill in our refrigerator, on our countertop, on our floor. This container did not leak. I put an entire watermelon in this container diced up, except for the servings we ate when I diced it. I will say that. The whole watermelon fit in this container. Let me show you what size watermelon. This watermelon, we had one last week that was a little bit bigger than this. And it fit all diced in this container. And it did not leak at all. I love this container. Now, I will say there are some things that you'll need to know. This set of containers, the Crofton 10-piece food storage set, does not say BPA free. So you need to know that going in. I would treat these as though they are not BPA free, just in case that is the case. Normally, a package will state point blank on it that it is BPA free, or it will say it somewhere on the container, and these do not. So treat these as though they are not BPA free. I would not use these for long-term storage. I would use them for short-term storage of foods and products, and I would only use them for low-acid foods. Recently, when we marinated some chicken breasts overnight, I almost grabbed this big tub to use to marinate, and then I realized, wait, lack of labeling, there's vinegar in there. I am not going to want vinegar in this container in case it's not BPA free. I just watched that for my family, and so if that's a thing for you, you will want to make a note of that. Choose a different dish for those types of products, marinades and whatnot. Now, the box does specifically state that they are not microwave safe also, so you will need to be careful of that. Do not microwave these at all. So whether or not we own a microwave is not an issue with this. It doesn't need to be tested. They do say they are freezer safe and dishwasher top rack safe, so that you will note. I want to say, though, that I would be careful of dishwasher with these because they do have a rubber gasket on the inside. So you will want to be careful with that. Now, as I said before, this set has 5 dishes and 5 lids. They have the 1 1/4 cup container. There are 2 of those. There are 2 of the 4 cup containers. It's a little bit over 4 cups. And there is 1 of the 18.5 cup container. This one I love. Like I said, watermelon. It will hold a lot of watermelon. I think this would be nice to put like a fruit salad in it that's made mostly of melons and things for a short period of time. These are going to be great for picnics, for traveling to a picnic, party, whatever, if you want to keep something leak-free. What are the pros of these containers? I don't know how many times I've already said they don't leak. That's the big one for me. When I had the watermelon in this container, this particular watermelon was very juicy. And I have a picture I'm going to show you, an insert, that has a photo of how much water was in there. That was actually after I had drained some of the water out and put it in my bowl. It did not, I tested it, I tipped it over, it did not leak at all. I love that. That's because of these great rubber gaskets. That helps. That holds it and makes the lid fit very snugly on top. The large dish holds a lot of food. The photo on this shows what appears to be 2 whole chickens cut in half. That is a nice size container. As I said, the small ones are perfect for holding like a half of a small block of cheese or a thing of cream cheese, for butter, small items like that you want to keep safe in the refrigerator. This small container, I also love where it fits in my refrigerator. It is the perfect size to fit right on top of this one shelf on the door so that the butter is easily accessible. These fit easily on one of the small short shelves in the refrigerator. And these are also stackable, which I really like. Mark this one down. They stack easily on top of each other, so if you needed to get them in the refrigerator, or you can stack them like so, it's great. They stack nicely. I also like the fact that these make a a nice refrigerator to table presentation. If you have a chilled dish or salad in here, you can just pop the lid off and go directly to the table in this container. It's nice, it's clear, it doesn't look like a typical container. So that is another nice feature of these. I do want to let you know these clasps, they click tightly in place so that the lid doesn't come off easily. That helps also with the leaking and the lack of leaking. So that holds nicely and tightly. What are the cons about these dishes? Well, the clasps that hold the lid tightly also can be irritating. This is how they open. You have to pop them open and then peel up from the corner. Sometimes when you think you've got these open, they're not. So they can be kind of frustrating. But the same also applies when you close them. Sometimes you think you got them closed and they're not. So the clasps can be difficult. If someone you know has issues with their hands, fingers, wrists, these may not be the kind of containers you want to give them. For like if you're bringing them a meal or whatnot, these may not be the right kind of containers for someone who has hand or wrist issues of any way. They also, they require a specific thought process. You have to pay attention to how they open and how they close. Like that one didn't. There we go. So it does require a certain thought process. If you have someone who may have dementia, Alzheimer's, they may not be able to put the pieces together regularly with this kind of a set. So you want to be careful of that, be mindful of that. Are they nice to have around? Yes. Do I recommend them? Yes. I love them for the things that we use them for. They are great. As I said, though, they are not BPA free. They're also very hard plastic, although they are allegedly freezer safe. I don't know that I would use them in the freezer. I would think that even though they're thick plastic, they might run a greater risk of breaking, shattering, as I have done in the past with other dishes. So I will watch that. But if you're going to bring a dish to a picnic or whatnot, and you want to make sure that something's not going to spill in your car's interior, these are great for that. Very great for that. If you have any questions on these containers or other ones, the other set, or any of the products I've been reviewing, please let me know down in the comments or send me a message. I would really appreciate it. Remember, you also would like to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get a notice of when our next video is up and ready. And I want to thank you for popping in today. I hope you enjoyed this review. Blessings and shalom.